There we go. And no more whining. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Art with Mechanics Life. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the fuel pump on a 2003 Mazda Protege, which is located under the back seat under this cover right here. Let's get it going. First things first, what you have to do is disconnect the battery, remove the seat, which is pretty easy to do. There's these clips right there on the side. You just pull it backwards and up and you'll get the seat out. You get a Phillips screwdriver and you take these 4 Phillips screws off. That's one. And the reason, actually, I just replaced the pump on this car about a week ago and I have to do it again, which I'm warranting out the part because after about a week the pump started whining, so you could actually hear it while you're driving. So it's just humming in the back seat, which is terribly annoying. So I told the customer I'm just gonna warranty the part out and replace it. So once you get this part off, you're gonna see some connectors here which are pretty easy to take off. There's a tab and you pull up on it. That's one. Then there's this one, same thing, and you put that aside. You don't need that. Next thing, we'll have to take these fuel lines off, and then we're going to take these screws. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws that are holding the actual fuel pump. So, but before we do that, we're going to take this connector off too with either a flathead screwdriver or a pick, mechanic's pick. And same thing with these guys. I use the pick to get these out. There's special tools that you can use to pull these out. I just don't have it on me here, but that's what we're gonna do right now. So we're gonna take this connector off from the actual fuel pump, and to do that we're just gonna use a pick to get it off. There you go. So you got this connector off, and you can just hide it inside. You don't need that right now. With this one, I'm gonna do the same thing. Kind of pull on it. What I'm actually doing here right now is I unclip these two. I'm just gonna put a rag here because there will be a little fuel coming out. Just like that. There's a little bit that came out, and we can put that, move that a little bit. We're going to do the same thing with the other one. I'm going to use a pick to get the tabs out. And we get this one. Once again, like I said, there's special tools for this. I just don't have it on me right now. You can remove the rag, and they're just standing here like this. I'm gonna take a Phillips to get the screws out. That's 4. 5. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. So 8 screws took out. Now, as you can see, you can move the pump. So we're gonna hide these cables underneath. You can't really hide them too much, but just get it out of your way so you can get the fuel pump out, the whole sending unit. Just make sure before you start pulling on it there is a float, which is right here. We're gonna put a rag on here, just like that. And as you can see the fuel tank, you can see all the gas. And we're just gonna put it on here on the rag, just like so. And we're gonna go back to my car and disassemble the whole thing. This is our new pump. It comes in a kit. This is by Mazda Pro, which but this is the actual fuel pump that we're gonna change, and it comes with some hardware. So this fuel pump is made for many different cars. So you're not gonna use all of these. I just wanted to give you a heads up. What we're gonna do is we're gonna disassemble the actual fuel pump. That is the sock, or the filter, the pre-filter for the fuel pump. And first thing, we're gonna take this cover off, the white one, and we're gonna need just pick, just like that, and just do it on the bottom, just like so. Take this plastic off. Now you can take this ring off right over here, and also the same pick. Just like so. Make sure, don't be scared, you don't need that because it comes with a new one in the kit. Now we're just gonna take the sock off. That kind of sounded weird, but just slightly pry on it, very slightly. There we go. So we got this guy off, put it aside, and this is your fuel pump in here. So to pull this out, all you gotta do is just start tugging on it. I guess that's not gonna be that easy, but use some channel locks and grab the fuel pump, and there we go. Pulled it out just like so. Oh, just get ready that you're gonna have a lot of fuel coming out. Pull that guy out. This plastic, white plastic, get this thing off here because you're gonna need it on the new one. And now there's a connector. You just unhook the connector, just like that. Fuel pumps out. We'll put that aside and we'll grab our new fuel pump, and it looks just like so. We'll take this plastic cover off. It should have this nylon insert, and we'll do the same thing in reverse order. We'll put the connector back, come on, just like so. So the connector's in all the way. Then we're gonna put this plastic ring on top like that, and as you can see, there's a, you see that hole right there, right over there? That's where this piece is gonna go into. So slowly get it inside and just press it in, just like that. So it's pressed in all the way. Remove this cover. There was a plastic cover right here, that's for the sock. And as you can see, it's still leaking on my bumper, which is fine. And next thing is we're gonna put that sock back on. So you could only put it one way. As you can see, it has a little hole, and there's a little, well, another hole here, but it goes right here and then snaps on it, just like so. After that, we are going to go through this bag, and the only thing we're going to use out of this bag, believe it or not, is the little lock washer, which is right here. I don't know if you can see it right there. We're gonna put that on the actual piece right here. And we're gonna press that in as much as we can. Use some pliers for that. Just like this. Press it in so you have the sock, you have the float, you have everything ready to go. The new pump is installed correctly. Now we're going to take this pump and go back into the car. We'll twist this guy around and we'll put sock first, float second, and just slowly drop it in there. Watch out for those fuel lines. Make sure it doesn't get into your way, just like so. And whoa, and we have to twist it to the point where how it was. Just like so. Pull this one out. Come on. There we go. And we just put the connections back and wait. Push it in all the way. Same thing. Push it in all the way. And then we get our other connector. Just hiding. And as you can see, it has a little tap here to go on this piece. That's what we're gonna do. Just like that. Now line the holes and we can start putting back the little screws inside. Make sure to wear gloves because if you don't, it kind of starts itching later, the gas that you touched. First time I did it without gloves. So, I'm not into very much wearing gloves when doing mechanical work. And I don't think I'm the only one actually out there that feels the same way. I don't know, it's kind of weird using gloves. It's good that you don't have to wash your hands that extra half an hour, but and you start with one and try to do a crisscross pattern to tighten the pump down. It's not necessary, but don't tighten all the way down. It's actually a pretty simple job to do. Compared to other fuel pumps out there, like a Chevy Camaro. Have you guys ever seen how to change a fuel pump on a Chevrolet Camaro? Should actually make a video on that. Oh man, you gotta cut a hole in the trunk to get it going. Use an angle grinder. So now you just tighten them all the way. And let's have our fingers crossed that this one's not defective, to be honest, because this has been a pain in the ass. We'll flip this cover back like that, just like this. So as you remember, these connectors, one goes right over here Just throw it away. Just like that. And the other one goes in here. Put the plate back on. We got 4 more screws. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. This is by far the fastest fuel pump job ever, in my opinion. There we go. That's all done. You can take the tools out and we'll test the system. You actually start the car, you have to turn the key to the on position a couple of times to prime the fuel pump. Turn it off, turn it back on, and we'll see the test. And now the moment of truth. After priming it a couple of times, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And no more whining. I don't hear any whining going on in the back. And before it was just terrible. It was just like... Anyways, this is how you replace the fuel pump on a Mazda Protege. This was helpful in any way, shoot me a thumbs up, like the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.